So I'm out here today. This is going to be the area where I put my larger camp. I got to clear all this shit out. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to make a little mini series out of it. Wet earth there. This is good. Good absorption. We'll just burn this stuff later down the road. Give you all the front view here. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of work. Whew, tired already. Oh. I'm not overly concerned about the little ones so much as I am about bigger trees. I definitely don't like taking them down, but to build here, I'm going to need the space. So I'm just going to have to cut them down. Now this is going to be in my way, so this I'm going to have to pull this big stuff out. Don't want to get my microphone here. Physical strength is always a plus. Come on. Thank a lifetime of work for that. Get out of here. Whew. Wow. Definitely getting my workout today. So besides my hands, the only tool I'm using is the little saw. It's dead. I just want to flatten it out. Enough. So I'll come in through here, butt it up against that. That's solid. And now this is where the hard part's going to be. I might as well get the hard stuff out the way first. Try not to give you guys bum shots here. Let me see. Now I'm actually confident that I might not even have to kill all these little trees. Well, I'll put the tent on top of them, so they probably won't survive, but I do have to get rid of these bigger trees. Spread that thing out back like a little bit of an angle. Let's see here. Is there any play in the earth here? No. I don't really mind some lumps and shit. Okay. This will come in handy for something at some point. Just remember, everybody, in nature, nothing goes to waste. Don't hit the camera. All right. Got it. Can make walking sticks out of these. All right, time for a break. Fire pit will be in front of me here. Extend at an angle. Should give me enough space back this way. I'm not measuring. Try to use bare minimal for this thing. All right. I do like these trees here. Let me take a look at a picture in the dimensions of this bigger tent. Break time. All right. You'll see the bigger tent when I set it up, but I'm just looking at it now. Let me see here. Got a discount through Amazon. It was used, so I hope it has all its pieces. Okay, here we are. Product dimensions. We definitely should quit vaping. Let's see what we got. 180 inches, right? So divide that by 12. Yeah, it's like 10 feet plus. Let me see. 120. Then you got 60 left over. 15 foot long, and it's wider than it is long. All right, great. So 15 feet, 16 feet wide I'm 6 foot, so I'm gonna have to push all the way. This thing's gonna push all the way over here. I'm gonna have to continue going. So what I'm thinking is, if I clear all the way out, there's a space out here, I should be good to squeeze it in and tie it down, secure it. So I'll just have to keep clearing. That's 6 foot. That's like yeah. All right. All right, back to work. The beauty of working by yourself is you can take breaks whenever you want. All right, not gonna stress on these little guys. Get this gone. Well, let me take this down. One of the things I really like about the spot is I'm not under big trees where a branch could fall in the night and crush me or kill me. It's in a thicket. Thickets are cool because they give you a lot of cover and you don't have to worry about falling branches. Whew. Yeah. Taking the gloves off, and I am going barehanded. Oh, this pricker's already poking me. whenever you use tools, it's a delicate balance. You don't want to push too hard. You don't want to go too fast. There's a kind of a happy medium that you find to get the job done. This is a stainless steel wood saw, so there's not a lot of gravel on this dirt, so it's not wearing the saw down, which is cool. I've already used it multiple times. This is the one that's kind of bothering me. Prickers here. It's two trees that are entangled. This tiny little one in here too. Just had a pricker go into my finger. There you go. This looks like it could be a cool little walking stick. Maybe for the lady. Oh. Whew. Man, camp life can be exhausting sometimes. This one looks like it almost come out. I'm not going to bank on it. So there were a lot of topics I did want to touch on too. Number one, I've kind of looked into this whole bushcraft versus urban survival and stuff online. What I found is it's really, bushcraft is cool. You survive out in the wilderness, or you bring enough supplies and you live out there. So that's really cool. But I'm not a bushwhacker. I'm a urban survivalist. Now, the urban survivalists a lot of times are like military people, like badass motherfuckers like Green Berets and whoever else. They use crowbars to swing from bridges and shit. My fat ass ain't doing that. I'm not, no way am I swinging from a bridge, right? So either as many other people, it's just highly unrealistic. And they talk about stealth camping. Urban survival, from what I found, just like from learning this experience, from learning from the homeless people, it's about surviving on the fringes of society. And the beauty about Massachusetts is here you can do it because there's enough social services. So you always have food provided. If you need emergency shelter, it's there. So by becoming a better camper, I'm learning kind of how these people survive year in and year out here. And a lot of people are comfortable with that lifestyle for whatever reason. And I know, as far as housing goes, there's a lot of people that have cycled in and out of housing. Sometimes it's not a permanent situation for whatever reason. I've, obviously discussed at length addiction issues and such. Addiction, I'd say, being the biggest component. If I was to list it in like from greatest to least, like greatest causing factor for the homelessness issue we're seeing now to the least of the factors causing homelessness, I would say Number one is addiction. Addiction, the way the synthetic drugs are now and what it does to people, it makes them, unable to function in society. So they become homeless at large rates. Now, this floods the system and it overloads the system to begin with. So addiction, drug addiction is the number one factor. Obviously, people drink, but that's always been there. So main cause right now that we're seeing in this explosion of people destitute and homeless is addiction. The next in the line, I would say, is mental illness. I come across a lot of people that have schizophrenia and such, and they come to the meals. Some of them live outside, some of them have housing and social service things. But mental illness plays a huge role in people being destitute and being poor and being homeless. And I would say the third, right, which is the least of it, but it is becoming a bigger and bigger issue, and it's causing more people to be homeless, is just the state of our economy and the state of our society. Like, inflation, high expenses for rents and property, and gentrification, and just a high cost of living. So, and a lot of older people are getting pushed out. They can't afford their rents. Social Security doesn't pay enough, whatever it may be. So that's like one of the major contributors. So if you take these three things and you put them together, it kind of creates this ballooning effect that we're seeing now. And what are you going to do? The system's overloaded. There's not enough beds for people to stay in shelters. People can't stay because they have to use fentanyl every hour. They don't fit in that system, whatever it may be. You're forced to live out here in the wilderness, or the suburban wilderness, I'll call it. So that's kind of what I've been seeing. That's my observation. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not afraid to be wrong. I don't have to be right all the time. So, all right. This is pretty much what it's going to kind of look like. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with my heavy breathing and incremental work ethic. But what I'll do is I'll clear a little bit more out, and then when we come to lay down the tent and cinch it all up, I'll video that. So thank you so much. So I finished for now, and my little campsite here with my beautiful pine tree, my happy little pine tree, and you can see I got my stuff out here. This is where my fire pit will go. I'm stepping on that. But yeah, it's all cleared out. You can see I left those trees there. I might have to clear some more when I set up, but I like having the trees because they're ready-made anchors to tie down to. So should be enough space for the bigger tent, and I'll put an A-frame tarp over it to protect it even more from water and wind and things. I don't like sharp things poking out of the ground. I don't mind having like the little twigs, like stuff. I just don't want poking through the tarp of the tent's pretty thick anyways. But yeah, I'll put my new, more accommodating house here. I'll have a fire pit, although you see that divot in the stone. I'll clear that out and I'll build a nice big fire pit around it. And got my little tree. I'll use it as a tie down, probably, in a seat. And we'll set up a porch over here. And if you can see way up there where that oak tree is, I will make, that'll be my backyard, and I'll have a little guest bedroom up there, maybe a hammock or something. And I'm leaving these are little baby oak trees. I'm gonna leave them there, maybe use them as tie downs and just let them live their oak tree life. So yeah, that's it. That's what it looks like. Nice cleared area for my tent. Hashtag tent life.